Very few people watched the last video. The core people who always comment, and I love it very much. Um, you guys all watched it. That was great. But half as many as normal. So, since this is an update to that, we're doing an update on book 5. I don't know how it'll do. Maybe it's because I released it at like after midnight on Sunday and nobody was checking. So it ended up just getting buried by the time people looked Monday afternoon or whenever people watch YouTube videos. I don't know. That might have been my mistake. That's okay. It's fine. This one I'll release at the right time, and if you're watching this, you can go back and watch starting book 5. It's fine. Where are we at? I haven't clicked on the thing to show the things. Hold on. Hold on, project statistics. I do have a pretty picture that you can't see, but I'll put it on the screen. This has been so friggin' complicated. Book 5 was supposed to be easy. White room, nothing to describe. There's a murder, and it's just sort of fun. God, it got complicated quickly. I made the mistake of having 8 suspects. I know I said in another video that it's good to have, I think I said more than 5. I hope I didn't say more than 7, because I was wrong if I said more than 7, because I have 8 and it's a pain in the bum. Words. At the moment, it's, I don't know, it's like 8:30 on Saturday night. We're sitting at 27,500. So, I mean, if we're just doing, I have no idea when this book will end, right? Because I'm pantsing it. I just write until I feel like it's over. I don't drag things out. If the story itself is over and I've wrapped up what I wanted to wrap up, then that's the end of the book. And if that's 50,000 or 60,000 or 70,000, fine. And then on revision, I'll go back in and I'll add in a lot of this description. I'll rewrite quite a bit of stuff, I think. Again, stupidly dialogue heavy here. Because that's what I like. I like reading it, hearing it as I read it out loud. But we're over 27 and a half. So that suggests that we're over halfway to a NaNoWriMo. So that's nice. And it's the 8th. So that sort of tracks, I think. So in this story, I think I said it in the first, in the last video that I just did, but we have them use those bugs, the badges, the fireflies, pollinators, whatever, to reenact recordings. So I wrote out all of that. We had the murder in the White Room. We managed to, I shouldn't tell you this, but honestly, you're not going to remember. And, well, frankly, I don't trust you to buy the books anyway. We'll see, and I'd really appreciate it if you did. However, I don't think that me telling you what I'm about to tell you will influence that decision at all. It might influence you to actually buy it. I don't know. We escape from the White Room. I mean, obviously. What are they going to do? Die? That's the end of the series. That's stupid. Obviously, they escape from the White Room. Okay? Then they have to round everybody up and do preliminary interviews because we have to know where everybody was while this whole torture thing was happening in the White Room. Who was controlling this? So we had to interview 8 people. And it's almost not quite a chapter each. Jeez Louise. Depends on how you count your chapters. I don't work in chapters. At first, I reorganized the entire thing into chapters later. I just go by scenes. Um, a lot of the scenes were about 1,200 words. I think some people would consider that half a chapter, some a little more than half a chapter. I don't know. Anyway, about 1,200 words per interview. Except that I had to make sure that the interviews matched things we saw in the logs. So I had to reread everything that I had written about what was going on in the logs. And there's like the same, like, actually, there's 9 people in the logs because one of them was murdered. And I had to make sure that everything they were saying and doing matched with what they were saying in the interviews as far as how their day was spent. The logs were like 3 or 4 days worth. This is only the last day. So I had to make sure that all of that worked. And now, this is the end of the night for the investigators. This took all friggin' day for them to do. So I created this incredibly pretty, I don't know what it's called. I don't make charts on a regular basis, but it's a like a where people were at any given time, including the investigators. Color coded thing that you're probably seeing right now. And I had to do this so that when I went to write the next scenes where the investigators are like, okay, let's figure out whose stories didn't quite match with each other's, because of like if 2 people were supposed to be in the same room doing something and one didn't mention it, then they'll have to go back and re-interview them to find out if they were actually there or not, or re-interview both of these people or whatever. So I had to figure out what everyone actually said, and that's why I went and made this colored thing. And to check for any, discrepancies or people not confirming things or whatever. It doesn't matter that you're seeing it, it's fine. Or saw it. And that will allow me making this, and I've had to do it for a couple other books. Making this allows me to continue writing the book. And the whole idea of all of this, once again, except it might be the first time I'm saying it, was to get rid of a bunch of suspects. We can't be dealing with 8 friggin' people all the time. So we gotta narrow this down to 3 or 4. Maybe 5, and like one of them dies or something. And then there were 3 or 4. So that's that. Now, I'll be honest, this was not the most exciting 5,000 words that I've ever written. People talking about their day. I try to spice it up with, my brand of nonsense. Okay, and we're back because I had to make a little cut there. I hope you enjoyed whatever thing I just showed you, although I doubt it. So, because that last chunk wasn't particularly exciting, I came up with the idea of maybe we put Miles back in the White Room. Maybe Miles is ruminating tonight after everybody else goes to bed. Maybe Miles wants to revisit the crime scene. Maybe the door shuts when he walks in. And we go again. The whole idea here being to torture Miles. So why not have it actually be torture? Not physical, it's usually mental torture. Although I think I'll cut his arm off. How do you feel about that? I think I'm going to cut my main character's arm off. That'll be fun. You think I'm kidding. Maybe I'll cut both of them off. I don't know. I'm not sure how advanced. I mean, I can just invent it, but like how advanced the medicine is in this time. It's 300 years in the future. I think they could sew an arm back on. I mean, I'm pretty sure we can sew arms on now, can't we? If we get to them quickly enough, I think so. They should be able to do it there. Or grow them a new one or something. Like grow an arm on the back of a mouse. If no one knows what I'm talking about, they've grown ears and stuff on the backs of mice. In real life, right now. Okay, fine. I'm drinking tea, but I sound like I'm friggin' inebriated. That will be our update. Again, 27,000-ish words in, which likely means that the next update to book 5 will me being, oh, which likely means the next update to book 5 will be me announcing that it has been completed at 50 or 60K or something. I probably won't do another video until I've completed it. That sounds fine. I mean, people love hearing about how I've finished 5 books and they haven't finished one, right? Like, people are flocking to this channel to hear this idiot. I'm not gloating. I don't think I've gloated once. It's just what I'm doing. And there's literally no way for you to compare whether what you're struggling through or succeeding at or flying through or whatever compares in any way to what I'm doing. The thought processes are completely different. The genres are completely different. The intent completely different. This is totally self-publishing. I'm not trying to make something that sounds like a New York Times bestseller. I'm trying to make something that's fun to read for me. And it's fun to read for me. So that's what I'm making, and it's sure, it might be going faster than whatever you're working on, but that doesn't mean that you're slow. And it doesn't mean that I'm fast. It means that we're writing different things. So I'm inventing the fact that you might be comparing, but don't compare. There's no comparison ever. Every work is different. You're doing awesome. Everyone's incredible. Love y'all. See you next time. Bye. I mean, maybe don't shout at people. This is me stalling because I have absolutely no idea what was just in my head. Fudge. I might have to cut out that fecal-philiac thing. Let's watch Ian. His unhinged session. We'll laugh at him and drink. Recordimacate. We're recordimacating. Oh, yes. Oh, so much crap. I need more space here for my garbage. What's this video about? 'Cause it's you and me and all of the people. Nothing to do, nothing to lose. And it's you and me and all of the people. And I don't know why I can't keep my eyes off of you. That wasn't horrible. I mean, I don't know that I'd pay to see me in concert, but it wasn't horrible. Okay.